What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
We don't have a ton to talk about. No real major fundamental news coming out today. No real major market news. You know, it's kind of a lull since consensus is now over. We are going to talk about Nokia. Now, that's kind of a long-lost phone company, but are they getting in the blockchain game? And is the coin they're partnering with one that you might need to look at? Also, U.S. regulators continue to remain bullish, saying they don't want to limit the technology behind blockchain and some of these cryptos. Just make sure that people are not getting scammed. And then lastly, everybody in here is wanting to know our price predictions. How low can we go before that bull run starts? And that's why Todd, the Todd Father, is over here, the man with the plan, taking us to Lambo Land. He'll look at the charts that he's been looking at all day. And then towards the end of the show, we'll ask you guys what charts you would like Todd to look at. So that's what we got planned today. We're going to run this little bit of an intro and get right into it, and hopefully we can provide some entertainment and knowledge to keep your mind off the red in the markets.
Let's do it.
Now, you might be asking, somebody said new intro. No, it's not a new intro. That is Typerium. Typerium kind of reached out to us and said since we are content creators, they wanted to know if they could sponsor some of our channels and we can play their intro. We said, sure, why not? So we're kind of just going to look at their homepage real quick. We'll dig in a little deeper to what they really want to do here on a future episode. And the founder said he is willing to come over here and give an interview for you guys to take a look. Obviously, I have not had much of a chance to really look into it. I know Typerium was the #1 trending cryptocurrency on Twitter for like 4 days in a row. So maybe want to keep an eye out. Essentially, today we're just going to show that and kind of go over what Typerium really is.
And the other thing I want to say is the founder's been on this channel from day one.
Yeah,
So
I think he's been around for
he goes back,
a year or two now.
Yeah, he goes back to the start of the channel and has been in contact with me since that. So he's a good guy.
So what is Typerium? It's the ability to create, share, and connect are fundamental to the human experience. Type and image create a global language that can all understand, regardless of our background, culture, or the language we speak. Here is our vision. Now, after the show, all the links are in the description below for their homepage. Their Twitter following is massive already 16,000 followers for a product that isn't on the market. And then they're also doing a bounty program where if you sign up, you get like something like 115 free guaranteed type coins. And then you can also earn your way up by following them on Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. So if that's something that interests you, if you guys like to get involved with these kind of projects to get at least the free coins, I mean, what's wrong without trying to get some freebies over here, almost like an airdrop. Essentially what they're doing is, they're kind of trying to bring privacy back to content creation and platforms via social media networks, marketplaces, etc. Now, like I said, I am going to dig deeper in this, probably do a review, and I'm excited to have the ability to talk to the founder, see what kind of red flags I can find in this, and see if this is something that interests you. I know in 3 days starts their pre-sale, then they go into ICO, and then there'll be like a lot of these ICOs eventually on exchanges and more accessible for me, you, and everybody in this community. So we'll take a look, we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll talk about it a little more here in the near-term future. So what is going on today, guys? I know it's red. Have you guys been trading all right? You guys getting through this, trying not to stay emotional? Now, we have said, I'm sure Todd's going to look at the charts, there could be one more lower low, but the bull run should be coming based on the counts, based on Wyckoff, based on a lot of things going on in the ecosystem. So we'll see what pays out here. What do you got, Todd? Anything?
And again, guy, the sponsor has been on this channel from day one. So I was in contact with him that they were doing this ICO 6 to 9 months ago. So we agreed to let him come on here and talk about it and do what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any of the other interviews or reviews. It's brought to us by the community.
And hopefully we'll get a few coins we're going to give away.
Yeah, they say their piece. You guys make your own decision, obviously. And then if any coins are donated to the channel, you know what we do with donated coins. We give them away to you guys. We have a couple giveaways throughout a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on how many we get. And that's kind of what the plan is here.
So on let me jump in on these Bitcoin charts. I'd done the video today around noon. I said I thought we probably could try to stab down below 8,000. The thing is, I thought that the stab would be just that, quick break below there, and that would finally mop up this whole correction we've had from 10,000. So I guess we need now to cross our fingers and hope that's the case, because we finally have gotten the breakdown out of this fourth wave that we was looking at yesterday. So it took forever to make it happen, but we finally did it here in the last hour. So it is dragging down some coins. It dropped down Bitcoin Cash here. Let's go out a little bit further. Looks like I'm a little slow today with my trading view. I've had to lower the uptrends a little bit here on Bitcoin. So again, hopefully 1200 here will be the pullback on Bitcoin Cash. Dash still holding up. Sorry about TradingView being a little slow for me. Dash still looking well here. I think that will still lead us higher. I've been saying that. Classic 1686. Same type of deal there, trying to hold the uptrend from a couple days ago. If it breaks out, it's still no big deal, but the stronger ones are kind of holding that. Here's Ethereum back down to 666. I'd like to see that one reverse here. I think there's a lot more upside still in that one coming. And really, this is going to be kind of short and sweet. There's not much else to talk about. Everything's sliding a hair lower. But if 8,000 holds, I think we'll finally be able to turn these things around. Litecoin's breaking that uptrend line a little bit, but again, I don't think no real concern. Neo 57.27. Getting a little deep there. It's been one of the weaker ones. Ripple 65 cents. It's still holding okay. OMG 12 and a quarter. It broke down a little bit again as well. Getting a little deeper than I would expect it on OMG. ADA. And ADA, I did do, if you go to YouTube, I did do a quick Wyckoff analysis of ADA this morning and showed why you could buy that right here. And it's still holding in pretty well. I think that one will have a good run back up. And then, well, we are slow at TradingView. Well, we got EOS back down to 12 and a quarter. Back to the previous low of yesterday. And then really just a couple more here real quick. XLM down 7.5%. Back down to test the previous low from a couple days ago. XVG, we was talking about being a little weaker than expected. That is kind of continuing. Zen 2667 just went below, hold on, that's not Zen. 2668, it did go below 26 just a little bit ago. I still think that chart's constructive. It is now back down to the 0.618 retracement. So it did almost touch that. ZRX $1.24. That one also coming under pressure, back to 50% retracement. So usually on the last part of a decline, a lot of times they come out and hit everything. I mean, they hit Zcash here. It's 56 off the close of yesterday. So usually that's what's happened. So I guess for me, we did get the breakdown to 8,000. Let's hope that turns it around. We start that move to above 11,750.
We got a couple good comments in here. Spoonman says, well, Bitcoin Cash lost about 20% of their nodes after the fork. That is correct, as some of those nodes could not maintain, I guess, the upgrade to the 32 mega blocks. Also, what else we got in here? I know that I did see the CNBC tweet. I'll kind of show that to you guys as well, where they're saying to throw XRP in the trash. Even though I also tweeted like a week ago a pretty funny clip where I had the picture of them saying to buy XRP when it was like $3 or $2.57 or something, like telling people how to buy it. And then a week later, they were showing how to sell it when it was like, what was it, 57 cents or 27 cents or something ridiculous, which is pretty funny. So they're all over the place. But I got some interesting things to comment on that. Somebody wants you to look at XMR here in a second, which we will do.
I've got that ready.
But I got to go to this first of all because we kind of passed right over it. Now, we already kind of saw what the main tokens are doing, but who are the biggest winners for today? Augur up 12.68%. Syscoin 10.43%. Hobie token up 9.87%. And we got a couple other familiar names here, barely holding in the green. Shout out to everybody that is a holder of these, because at least you're in the green for the day. And shout out to those of you who have been selling on these pumps. Now, I did want to look at the next top 100, see who's doing good here. And now, one that I want you guys to keep an eye on, and we'll discuss it further here probably over this weekend. It might be in one of my episodes, also on Monday as well, is I want you to keep an eye on QuantStamp right here. Okay, so we've talked about them about, I think it was 4 or 5 live shows ago. You can see their logo on the thumbnail of the live show. You might want to go back and read that article about what QuantStamp was doing with Binance and how that could apply to the rest of the cryptos in the market here in the future. Now, QuantStamp is one to keep an eye on, and we'll discuss that further at a later date. I might even do a review on it this weekend, just because I think this is one you guys are going to be interested in. Now, over here, talking about CNBC, I don't know if you guys follow this guy. He's got like 40,000 or 100,000 followers or something like that. He said he talked with some of the at CNBC Fast Money crew at the XRP community night. I shared my thoughts on their coverage of crypto and pro Bcash bias. Their response was, quote, well, it gets the views and clicks. You know, I put, who would have guessed media doing media things? Clicks and views outweigh the need for real information. What a joke, especially when you're playing with people's hard-earned money.
Damn, Nick, you'll never get on CNBC.
I mean, for being...
Hopefully I will. I'll just tell them that I don't know you.
You know, news is one thing. Obviously, Fox 2 News, whatever, your local news outlet wants clicks, views, etc. That's how they get their ratings. But for a financial, like an investment show, you think you'd be providing the best and most accurate information for your viewers, because not everybody watching that is big ballers or anything. There are hardworking people, blue-collar people trying to create some money and saying, hey, I'm able to save a couple $100 every paycheck. I want to invest. This is supposed to be a reputable news source, media source that is on every single day. I can get some good information, good buying tips for cryptos. And that is literally how they approached it when somebody pretty big in the crypto Twitter society approached them. Well, I guess it gets the views and clicks.
But I can tell you...
that is crazy.
At the Black Bay group, I had a gentleman that got me on. We were on every show. And if you go back and check, it was like 2013, 2014. I mean, we were on CNBC, we were on CNN, we were on everything. And all it was, you know, if everybody was buying, he could come on and say sell. And if everybody was, you know, all it was is they just wanted an argument, they wanted the clicks, they wanted the views.
And then here's an actual...
They didn't care whether he knew anything about anything as long as he talked.
Yep. And then here's an actual CNBC Fast Money tweet where they had Crypto Man ran over here on the show, and they did a game show. You guys can watch the video if you want. It's on their Twitter. It's about 5 minutes, so I'm not going to do it here, where they said hodl or fodl. He said he was fodling Bitcoin, getting rid of it, hodling and buying Bitcoin Cash because he thinks it has a better opportunity, hodling Ethereum, which I can understand. Now, there is other protocols that I think will eat in the market share, but I think Ethereum is pretty safe up there as long as they can find some scalability issues. I think that is a definite, you need to have that as a position in your portfolio. And then he said, literally, throw in the garbage Ripple. Now, his argument for it was pretty similar to what I said when I first came on this show, 3 months ago. Ripple, the company, is a revolutionary company that is really important for the international transaction sector. They can do it low fees. They can hop on board with all these companies. But XRP, the token, doesn't necessarily have to be utilized to run their the platform. Now, there is a platform where Ripple XRP is used, but right now, most, if not all, these companies are not using that platform yet. And that's why he said he would throw Ripple in the garbage. That is his opinion. I'm just stating what he said if you guys didn't see the video. But I thought that was interesting that he said he was fodling Bitcoin, but hodling Bitcoin Cash. Now, there has been some conspiracy, I don't know how true it is, that the lady who runs this Twitter is actually married to a gentleman who is high up in the Bitcoin Cash ecosystem. So that would be interesting. To me, that's kind of a conflict of interest, and maybe CNBC should look into that. But as of now, it just seems like they're just going to continue pushing that agenda, and that's what they're going to be all about for their viewers as of now. Now, they used to be all about Ripple, and now they're letting somebody get on there and say he's throwing in the garbage, and none of them really argued with him on that point. They just said, oh, okay, interesting. So we'll see what happens here in the future. Now, Nokia. People in here are kind of laughing on the intro saying, man, I owned a Nokia like 10 years ago. And it's actually kind of funny. About a year ago, they made a remake of that brick phone. I know you guys all know the brick phone. The battery that lasted like a week. You could throw it against a brick wall and it would still work, etc. It even had Snake on it, the black and white Snake, you know. So they made a new version of that with the same capabilities. And they were kind of presenting it for older folks who didn't want a smartphone, and as it being a good phone for kids. So I decided, hey, I'll buy a Nokia stock. You know, it was trending all over Facebook. I use fundamentals in my traditional markets as well. Obviously, Todd probably focuses more on the TA and Wyckoff, but I like to look at the macro view and the fundamentals. So I bought some Nokia stock like a year ago, kind of forgot about it. Now I'm up like 25 or 30% on it, and now they're maybe getting into the blockchain industry, which we know has been pretty positive for traditional stocks in the past. So let's see if that continues, that correlation here with Nokia. So blockchain data platform Streamer is partnering with Finnish telecom giant Nokia and California software company Aussie Soft to allow mobile customers to monetize their user data and make purchases. Kind of sounds similar to what Brave browser is doing with the integration of the BAT token. The partnership with Nokia will see Nokia's Kua base stations integrate with Streamer's data marketplace, allowing Nokia customers to both monetize their user data and purchase streams from Internet of Things devices. Participants buy and sell real-time data streams through Ethereum smart contracts. Buyers and sellers use an ERC20 token called DataCoin. The partnership with OC Soft will see the firm's enterprise customers gain the ability to earn money for their operations data. Now, they don't provide a bunch of information here. I'm going to kind of look deeper and try to get the logistics behind this. I do think it is interesting that another big name traditional company is hopping on board the blockchain, but not only hopping on board with blockchain technology, but actually partnering with a crypto. Now, I don't know much about this data coin, but I think it might, you know, if somebody over here knows more about it, maybe I need to do a review or dig a little deeper. See if this partnership is going to create good value propositions for this coin, as it is only have a 63 million market cap. But it's really not available on any exchanges that I really use or trust. So we'll see what happens here. But I thought that was an interesting article, and if you guys find it interesting, maybe you want to look a little deeper. And then the last real article I have to talk about today is U.S. regulators. Now, granted, cryptos are a global phenomena, but U.S. does play a big role in that and has a big influence on this market. U.S. regulators at consensus seem to be bullish. At least, we'll see what you think. U.S. regulators are still looking into cryptocurrencies and initial coin offerings, but don't aim to suppress the industry, according to comments made during a panel at CoinDesk Consensus 2018 conference in New York just a couple days ago. The government representatives who disclaimed that they only spoke for themselves and not their respective agencies notably all agreed that they did not want to hinder the innovation of this technology. They said they also stated that they had to act against those seeking to defraud or outright steal from participants in the space. You know, people have been worried about regulation. We saw that the market got flooded in the near term past by regulation, big market drops. But like we said, the regulation that's going to come in is first going to target the low-hanging fruit and makes them look good, guys. That's why they're going to target that. They're going to focus on the scams, the fraud ICOs, etc. Then they're going to move into the ICOs and what's a security and what's not. And really, I think that's about it. I think they're probably going to allow a lot of these legitimate innovations, projects to occur and kind of see where cryptos goes here in the future. With it being a global phenomena, unless you get on board, you're going to be left behind. And I think the United States is starting to realize that. And I think that's good for the space over the long term. I hear Todd over there clicking a lot. He must be marking up charts. He's not really reading what's going on over here on the chat box.
I got a lot going on, sorry.
Joseph says 4K would def scare the shees out of everyone and get rid of every weak hand. If Bitcoin goes to 4K, I'm taking a mortgage out on my house, and I'll be buying that. Mark my words right now. If Bitcoin goes to 4K, I will show proof of a loan against my house that I will be putting a ton into the crypto
We'll
market.
be bringing your banker over here to vouch for you.
I will do it.
I'm ready to go. Why don't you give me some graduation music? Because we got a little bit of, let me see here. We've got Darren Calderoni, graduated today, May 17th, 2018. Shout out to Darren. If you need any more help, let me know. I did add another video today. So as we keep saying, we're trying to keep adding to the course. And anybody that's graduated, I wish they would go back and take it again. I think the third time through, you'll start really getting a feel for things. So, and then shout out to Black Jason. He purchased the course last night. So welcome, Black, to the community, and look forward to helping you. And then we're going to go straight to the software. I mentioned this morning. You can see, especially back here from when the correction started, price is on the top, 5-minute Bitcoin. So we keep making new lows here. And at the same area on the volume, we're still dramatically higher. We're not even, we keep making higher lows. So far, there's no volume coming in really on the downside on Bitcoin here. So from what I can tell from the software. So just something to think about.
Miguel over here says Torino, a U.S. company, just got confirmed by third party on 1.2 million TPS. Coin runs on Stellar Lumens or XLM network. Interesting.
And then I wanted to show, I'm going to go through a few coins here people just brought up, but this is the Litecoin USD chart that I've been showing, talking about a move to 220 for a D wave. And I mentioned this on Bitcoin because there's also a way of just saying, getting rid of all that and saying that the triangle is coming to an end right now. So, and that's still a possibility, which means, there's no more sideways here for another few months, that when we dig out of here, we're going to go a lot higher. So that's still, if you're really bullish, that's a count. If you're more neutral going into the summer, that's back to the way I had it. And if you're bearish, then it's probably a whole different account. So let's go over a few more. XMR BTC. That's the 2-hour chart. No, it's a 4-hour chart. I'm not sure who was going to wanted that, but I mean, obviously it looks like we've done an ABC off the top. We got a little bit of a trading range here, and we've kind of sprung it. So I would think an XMR BTC would be decent value here. So
Wayne Dutton says you should put the price of Bitcoin that day on the certificate the day they finish the course. That's kind of interesting. We got a couple people in saying congratulations. We got Wallery B saying they're on lesson 10. I know M Flow, I don't see his name in here. He's on like lesson 10 or 12. Somebody else said lesson 12 murdered them. Hopefully we'll be reading your guys' names soon as you guys continue to graduate. And if you ever need any help, hit that, course instructor button on the bottom left, and Todd will be there to help you along the way. Also, hop into the, in the forums over there and present some of your markups to Todd, and maybe he can fix those charts, and then you guys can pass the quizzes.
Somebody threw a couple in there this morning. I haven't got to them, but I will be. So yeah, that's going to be, I think, interesting once we get that rocking.
So Topher Doling says, so could go up, down, or sideways, ... Thanks. Well, Topher, I don't know, but you should probably watch the past 3 shows and the recorded technical analysis we do on a daily basis. They'll kind of give you more of an insight of where we're leading.
I'm bullish from here.
Yeah, obviously, there's a percentage that anything can happen, but you're playing the odds. The highest probability is the count that you go with or the volume indicators you're going to go with. So there's always at least a small percentage that it could go up, down, or sideways, but you're going by the probabilities.
I don't know Topher. I don't recognize the name Topher, but I'm not up, down, or sideways. That's not me. So
also, I wanted to do a quick shout out to Michael Fahir, Vapid Abyss, Krish Ish, Anthony, and Tony. I just want to shout out those guys because they provide a lot of information, not only by tuning in here and helping the community, but they provide some information over on Twitter as well, always supporting us, retweeting, helping us get some interviews with some of these founders, etc. Obviously, there's a ton of other people in here that I see every day, from Max Expo to the K9s to everybody, S-Tie, shout out to you guys as well. But I just wanted to shout out their names because they go above and beyond, besides just watching here, kind of helping build this community and being part of integral members of this community
Mike
as well.
here is the man because he's the one keeping my website from breaking down. So he's doing more than anybody would understand. Here's BCN USD. We brought this up, yesterday or the day before. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, we went up and up thrusted the previous high. I mean, we are holding it 50, 60% retracement. So, and we're holding the low from the day before. So I guess I would think I'd buy BCN USD right now. So that's my thought. And then we've got, somebody mentioned your info on BAT, BAT USD. That one still looks really well. I mean, held a 50% retracement, is holding up well here in the last day and a half or so.
Yeah, if you guys follow me over on Twitter, I almost hit the Satoshi price at the exact high. Said I was laddering out and looking for a several hundred Satoshi drop. Then this morning I retweeted that, kind of saying where we were and that I was starting to get my position back, and we've kind of been holding those levels. So not everyone needs to be a home run, guys. You just need to continue to grow your bags or move it to BTC or USD Tether, whatever you prefer. And successful swing trades are where it's at. You know, they don't have to be massive home runs. A win is a win.
Niagara Tony wanted to look at SPHTX yesterday when we were getting off. So that's what's in front of you. You know, I guess on a short-term basis, you could say it's jumped a creek here and backed up to it. Volume somewhat supports that. So, again, I think you could buy that one here and be okay.
Somebody wants you to look at Quantum, QTUM. Sorry, guys. I am exhausted. I had a soccer game last night. I didn't get home till like midnight. Then I worked all day today, and now we are here to do this. We can't miss any days in crypto with you guys, especially on the red days. We got to be here to try to provide some entertainment, some information, and make sure everybody in the community is on the same page.
This is Quantum, a little weaker than I would have expected because it was one of the hot ones when it ran to 83. Once again, I'd expect some type of rally here, maybe up to 32 out of here, but a little weaker than I would have been expected on Quantum.
What else we got? You guys got any questions? Oh, somebody wants to look at Knowles.
I think Taj mentioned SYS, so we got that in front of us. That one's looking much better here in the last day, coming off that 35-cent level to 41 after going to 48 or 48.5. So I would say that one's higher for sure. I don't have Square. For some reason, Square's not showing up on my Pulse the Market software. I'm not sure what's going on. That's overstock.
Yeah, the CEO of Square and Twitter are very bullish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
Yep.
Twitter still hasn't even really figured out how to gain revenue off their platform. They redid their advertisement sector, which is helping them. But, man, I've been making a kill. I think I'm up 89% on Twitter. And at one point, I was like, man, if this thing just breaks even, I'm selling it. But it has been killing it lately. And if cryptos have another bull run, I think that's going to directly affect Square and Twitter just by how bullish their CEO has been and maintained that vision. I think a lot of traditional people are probably going to hop on board blockchain and crypto by buying into some of these companies that have been bullish on crypto all along.
There's DGD. I can't say much about that. A couple spikes there and weakness recently. So I guess that one's not too strong. Usually with the Wyckoff, you want to try to buy the outperformers. So that one is not really doing that at the moment.
Wayne Dutton says, every coin I ever sold went up in value later. Every coin I held went down eventually. All right, Wayne, what's the most recent coin you sold? I'm going to go ahead and buy that after the live stream. And Driven Muffin says, do me a favor and relax this weekend, you two. We got a lot going on this week, and we're trying to get things more organized, obviously, for Learn Crypto. I have a few pre-recorded videos that I want to put out for you guys and maybe an interview as well. And then obviously Todd, depending on what these markets do, if they heat up in any direction, he's definitely going to have to do some recorded technical analysis for you guys as well. I don't know if he's going home or not, but we'll see.
Not sure.
Matt-
Need to.
Matt
Need
B-
to because I didn't go home last weekend.
Yeah. Matt B said, "Did you win at soccer?" Yeah, we won like 8-2 last night. We killed them.
I might not even be married. Who knows? She's mad at me right now, I know, so. I've had a long day.
Benjamin Smith says Niagara is Betsy. Who is Tony? Winky face. That's funny. What were they calling him yesterday?
Niagara Tony.
Niagara Tony.
Yep, that's him.
That's hilarious. I don't know if he likes that or not, but what do you think about that, Anthony?
Here's somebody mentioned RLC about what was it, buying the dip or something? Do you see the dip going higher in the next upswing? I mean, I would think that's a strong chart with some big volume, so I guess I would think that one still works higher. Unless that was some type of, pump and dump that I'm not aware of. If it's a pump, I guess I probably still think it's going higher, but I'd be a little more careful. Because I'll quick up and quick down.
S. Taj says Square is easy above $100 by December 2018.
Tosh, throwing
Whoa.
it out there.
There we go. Wayne Dutton says he hasn't sold anything in a while. Man, all right, Wayne, well, help me out. Help the whole community out. Go sell something right now, and then we'll all go buy it
See,
all.
that's the problem. I mentioned that before. I mean, it's easy to hold on to the losers and sell the winners too quick, and that is hard for long-term gains. But that is an issue. Taking a profit feels good, so you're quick to take a profit, and taking a loss doesn't feel good, so you won't take a loss. And the losers usually continue lower. And the ones that you sell that felt good about usually continue higher. So that's a daily fight. Here's a 2-hour NULS BTC. That one looks good. Looks like it's up thrust at a previous high, but I would think that one is that one's buyable here as well. Todd, nice shirt, casual Thursday.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Tom. I was going to show the guns today. I think somebody said that, Tony or somebody.
Yeah, he's been working out, taking all 3 of the dogs for a walk at the same time. Look at those
drinking
biceps.
water.
Drinking water instead of Mountain Dew.
Sitting at my desk. I've been at my desk just nonstop. I'm really trying to get organized because I really think this whole area is going to explode again. So we shall see. But I will be here.
I just want to throw this up real quick. I tweeted this out today. I said, in the beginning, diversification is relevant. Once you've gotten your feet wet and have confidence in your investments,
Snoop.
you can adjust your portfolio accordingly and make bigger bets on the project you believe in or the pumps you sense coming. What do I mean by this? I don't mean to get rid of all your large caps and mess up your portfolio. I'm just saying as you become more comfortable in the space, you get more knowledgeable about projects, what can be successful. If you're looked at a project, the TA looks good, the fundamentals look good, and you believe in the longevity of the project, it might not be a bad idea to go pretty big into that, especially if they offer master nodes or secure nodes or staking or anything along those lines. Also, if you're like, man, this fork's about to happen, I think there's a good opportunity here, and you've been around for a while, usually there are. So if you're ahead of the curve there, you might be able to lock in some gains as well. Obviously, this is a little more risky and for people who have been around for a while, but you have to keep that in mind. And don't second guess yourself. If you really believe in what you're doing, you did the analysis, you did the research, make a move. Doesn't always have to be the biggest move. But then if you win that small win, then you'll be like, man, I kind of am doing all right. Now, don't get over cocky here, but just the projects you believe in are the ones that I think that you should probably be going pretty heavy in, especially in this time of down market and accumulation.
And guys, I think we did the course graduate. We've done everything. I think I'm...
Joseph says, might take another stab at Icon when it goes under $2 if it does again. Hey, that probably would not be a bad time to do so. Icon, I think, has a very good future here, especially with the partnership of Aeon and WAN Chain, so we'll see that.
Hey, can we run a disclaimer real quick? Thanks, Carl.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
Sweet. Steve Davis says, hey, Nick, did you end up liking Linda Coin as your interview? You seemed a little undecided. Yeah, the interview, I went in not really hoping for much. Somebody in the community wanted us to reach or had them reach out to me. I was like, sure, we'll do an interview, more content for you guys. You guys can generate your own opinion. Now, I went in thinking that it was just a public currency. It had some sketchy background situation, etc. As the interview went on, and I realized that they burned 20 billion of their tokens to make all those locked up tokens irrelevant and unusable on the new blockchain. That piqued my interest a little bit. I was like, okay. And then they said they're coming out with this Lady X, which is a protocol platform. And you know how I feel about protocol coins. So I was like, oh, getting a little better. And now they just released that they are creating a wallet. Now this wallet is special because not only does it hold Linda coin, which is a staking and masternode coin, they are apparently going to be releasing it with several other coins that can be integrated with the wallet. Now on top of that, the wallet is automatically integrated with a VPS server, which they own a data center. So for $5 a month, you're going to be able to stake anywhere between 5 to 10 coins all at the same time, all in the same wallet on a VPS. So you no longer have to leave those wallets up on your computer. You don't need to go out and find some other VPSs, which are going to cost a little more money. It's all going to be in one place, which is pretty interesting. Also, the staking reward on Linda right now, I think, is something like 70%, which is pretty crazy. Now, can that last forever? No. But their masternode staking reward is 99% for the year. That will decrease as well, but that is pretty big gains, guys. Even if you got to think of it this way, Linda coin is already so far depressed in price. Linda coin could lose 90% of its value, and if you're staking it, you'd still break even with the masternode. That's pretty crazy, especially if you think there's going to be another bull run in these markets, because the tide raises all boats, guys. I'm still digging into Linda coin to see if I kind of want to make that leap of faith and maybe get a masternode and see what happens. I have been following their CEO on Twitter, and he said that the wallet is going to be released soon. So I kind of want to see that, play around with that, see if it's worth it, see if people are enjoying it or if they're actually going to utilize it. Because everything from Linda X to the wallet to obviously the cryptocurrency sector where they're going to be sending it, all need the Linda coin as the value proposition in order to make all of those projects work, which is what I like to see. So it's not just another cryptocurrency trying to be a payment solution. They're starting to build protocol platforms and projects that need to utilize that Linda. So we'll see what happens here.
I see your note, Tom Mullins. Thank you.
Joseph says, sounds too good to be true. So the way these work on these high ROI is obviously once the supply runs out, you're not going to get that high of an ROI, and you're going to be expecting that transactions on the network could then be used as the reward to those staking it. It's only got about 9 billion circulating and a 30 billion total supply. So you still got several years at those percentages. So we'll see what happens.
SSDD. Interesting.
I don't know what that means.
I got SRN here. I can't say much about SRN. I know some people are on that. I forget a few people are on it. Hard for me to read that one. Big volume on the rally and big volume as it came off. So lighter volume currently. So
Lloyd says, Nick's convincing me to start staking. I mean, if you have a VPS or VPN or even a computer that you don't mind leaving on and you own proof of stake coins, there's no real reason not to get their desktop wallet and stake those and earn, it's almost like a dividend. You're providing verification and security to their network, verifying transactions, and getting rewarded for that quote unquote work that your computer is doing. So if you're going to own a proof of stake coin, you might as well utilize it to its fullest potential. Go ahead and earn some more coins for that bag by simply leaving the wallet open.
here's a VeChain VEN, but that's the 5-minute. Sorry guys, my trading view is still a little slow. There's a 2-hour. That one holding up nicely, so I like that one. I like VeChain.
We've talked about VeChain in the past, guys. The RFID technology is going to be utilized, especially after hearing the Congress talk about how blockchain can be used for distribution and supply networks. That sounds like RFID technology to me. Now, is it going to be Wabi, Walton, OMG, VeChain, or some of these others? Only time can tell. VeChain is obviously the market leader right now and does have some government backing by some Asian countries over there. I can't remember if it's China or Japan. If somebody in here remembers which Asian country, it's kind of irrelevant, but they do have some government backing, and they kind of have a head start on that technology in that sector. So we'll see what happens.
Joseph says in 5 years, we're going to look at ADA and be like, remember when it was 12 cents?
Right?
Could be true. Well, that is all I've got over here.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it.
I'm
It's
back
a
to
little bit
tired
shorter
and
today,
hungry.
but like I said, there's kind of just a lull in the fundamental news cycle, the crypto news cycle, and with the markets, it's kind of just been sideways here, so we're just kind of waiting to see, and then we can react and let you guys know our thoughts, how the Elliott wave counts change, how the Wyckoff method changes, and that's about it. I think, everybody after partying all weekend at Consensus kind of took the day off. All the crypto people, all the founders aren't doing much today. This is their day off, their travel day. So we'll see what happens. If you guys have any more questions or any more insight you want to do, now is the time because I'll probably head out of here. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button, share button, and subscribe button. And if you want to see everything we offer outside of YouTube, make sure to look in the description below. Also, if you want to look a little bit more into Typerium before we talk about it, the links are in below as well as that bounty program, where if you guys sign up, you get some free coins. Shout out to Chris K9 right before we leave, $4.99. Thanks, guys, for your hard work. Nick, can you look at Pundy X? Thoughts? I'll do that. I actually have it written down on this piece of paper already. But I'll circle it. I'll look at it this weekend. I'll let you guys know my thoughts during the next live show. And maybe it'll find its way on one of my recorded videos this weekend.
And crypto commentary, we normally don't discuss many upcoming ICOs. I mean, if the community brings it to us, we get asked, etc. But normally that's not the main focus here.
Yeah, we don't really focus ICOs too much, just because it's hard for, first of all, you can't do technical analysis on it, which is Todd's whole thing, and it's hard for me to gauge fundamentals on a lot of these ICOs because there's just not that much information available. The only information available is what they're providing you during the ICO phase. Once it comes out of ICO, now that's a whole different story, because now you can see people trying to use the product in the crypto. I can check out GitHub repositories. I can find a lot more red flags and dig in deeper to that project. I can go into their Discord and see their community, etc. So that's why we try to stay away from ICOs. Like we said, Typerium said they were interested in kind of sponsoring some of these channels. If they do give us coins, we're going to give them back to you guys, obviously. And the founder of Typerium, has actually been a part of this channel since day one, and all dating back to the first day one on crypto news. Todd has been in contact with him for over a year now, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or about a year.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we'll see.
That's why we agreed to talk with him, and so he's had a long journey to get where he's at.
Benjamin says, $4.99, where's the extra penny, bro? That's funny. That is Chris K9's stick. He usually does the
Right.
$1.99. That's his thing.
Who was a whale that bought into RLC? Yeah, that was a big run. But it's off the highs, so. All right, guys, that's all I
Matt
got.
B says, cheer from Australia.
What up,
Shout out
Matt
to
B?
everybody who made it in here. Obviously, this is just a short one for you guys. Not much really to talk about. The show yesterday, if you want some more cryptos, was packed full of information. Had a lot of good comments in the comment section, so I would definitely go back and watch that one if you need some more cryptos tonight.
Matt is still over at Crypto News. I mean, this is Learn Crypto, so two separate channels still. And, we've kind of separated doing our separate things, but Matt's over there doing his thing.
Spoonman says way over 50% of ICOs failed in 2017, not to mention projects which have been abandoned, equals money pit. Yeah, I'm not positive about those statistics, but I do know it is somewhere around there, and it was several $100 million or straight up scam ICOs as well. So that's why we like to be careful with it. We've talked about this in the past. If an ICO usually does interest me, usually I wait for it to come to market and then evaluate it there, try to pick it up in accumulation phase and start supporting the projects that have survived that phase. But, when they have a pre-ICO, if you're willing to take some risk, you do get that nice little bonus.
Thanks, RJ. We picked up 300 quick subscribers here in, 2 weeks? So we're happy with that. We're growing well. We're going to keep doing what we do. This channel will grow fast and quick, especially when cryptos dig out of the hole here.
Lloyd says $4.99 is the future price of ADA. That'd be pretty nice. Like we said, if it goes below 24 cents, I'm looking to ladder into ADA. I think it has some good long-term vision. Has a good development team, obviously, with IOHK and Charles Hoskinson supporting that project. And now they're starting to really hammer in, go around, explain cryptos to people, and present ADA to the masses.
Wayne Dutton says if you're down on your coins, put in some sell orders at 10 times your buy-in price. I'll make you feel better.
Just like, they could sell here.
Right. Palm Beach might pump them overnight. You never know.
You never know.
Later, Benjamin.
All right, guys. I will see you all later. I think that's all we got.
Hey, Kanan, we're closing up.
You just got in here? I guess you got to watch the replay and watch the shows from yesterday. Hey guys, we don't go live on Fridays, but make sure to stay tuned this weekend as we will be posting multiple videos, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and some reviews. Stay tuned, guys, and you might see some of my portfolio and what I think need to hold for the rest of 2018.
All right, guys. we're
Adios,
out.
guys. Remember, buy Bitcoin.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.